Into another story. This one is called A Deadly Exorcism. In August 2016, in North London, this is very recent, the 26-year-old Kennedy, I want to say Ife? Again, forgive me if I'm saying these names wrong. Ife began acting strange and aggressive following a pain in his throat. Whoa. I'm sorry, y'all. That took me back because it was just like, it took me back a bit because it was just like, it started out with a sore throat. I ain't never heard that before. He reportedly bit his father, threatened to cut off his own penis, and complained of a python or snake inside of him before his family restrained him to a bed with cable ties and excessive force. As the BBC reported, the family then set about attempting to cure Kennedy, and the cure is in quotations, through restraint and prayer over the next 3 days, the court was told. His brother, Colin Ife, told police, It's clear that thing was in him. What we believe was a demon because it was not natural. It was clearly trying to kill him, he said. We had to restrain him for himself. It was clear if we didn't restrain him, he could have tried to harm people in our family. Kennedy Ife had been bound to his bed for 3 days without medical attention when his brother called emergency services, explaining that Kennedy Ife was complaining of dehydration. He appeared to have developed breathing issues and was pronounced dead at 10:17 a.m. As the Independent reported, while police were at the house, Colin Ife allegedly carried out an attempted resurrection by chanting and praying for Mr. Ife. All 7 of Kennedy Ife's family members were accused of manslaughter, false imprisonment, and causing or allowing the death of a vulnerable adult. A post-mortem examination revealed over 60 wounds, including a possible bite on Kennedy Ife's body, and his father, Kennedy Ife, along with 4 of his brothers, sustained injuries as well. His father, Kenneth Ife, along with 4 of his brothers, sustained injuries as well. The BBC reported Kenneth Ife told jurors he ordered his sons to take shifts and use overwhelming force, but denied an association with cults, occults, and secret society played any part in the death. After a 4-day jury deliberation, all 7 family members were cleared of charges on March 14th of 2019. So, let me get this straight. I gotta recap this story right quick. Hold on. Because that was a lot. So, we gonna recap here. First thing that happened was the 26-year-old Kennedy Effie began acting strange and aggressive following a pain in his throat. He reportedly bit his father, threatened to cut off his own penis, and complained of a python or snake inside of him before his family restrained him to a bed with cable ties and excessive force. They prayed over him for 3 days with hopes that they can get this demon out of him. The brother said that they had to brother Colin said that they had to restrain him for himself. It was clear if they didn't restrain him, he could have tried to harm people in the family. Kennedy had been bound to his bed for 3 days without any medical attention when his brother called emergency services explaining that Kennedy Effie was complaining of dehydration. So it's like he was possessed, but he was still himself enough to be like, hey dog, I'm dehydrated and I need some water. He appeared to have developed breathing issues and was pronounced dead at 10:17 in the morning. Now, my thing is, they said they used excessive force and they had him restrained. If he was moving around a lot, shaking around a lot, screaming, yelling, crying, especially if there was no real demon inside of him and they were using excessive force. Excessive force usually means probably hitting. That could cause him to have these breathing issues. Again, I'm not trying to solve the mystery. I'm just giving my 2 cents. And y'all can be in the comments and let me know what y'all think about it and everything too. He was pronounced dead, but when they did an autopsy or whatnot, when they went over the body, first of all, when he was pronounced dead and the police was there, they said that Colin tried to resurrect him by chanting and praying for him. They said that it was over 60 wounds, including a possible bite on his body and on his father's body, it was on his body, and his father and his 4 brothers sustained injuries as well. Again, not trying to debunk this, but it's like, if y'all were restraining him and y'all were holding him down and stuff, I can see where your injuries came from too. A lot of this kind of seems a little fishy, but it is a true story. The crazy part here is, after all of that, they told the jury that they told the court basically that they're not a part of any type of cults or any secret society. Yet that whole trying to resurrect them thing kind of speaks volumes to cult life. But again, not trying to debunk, just giving y'all the stories. Y'all can debunk it in the comments. Y'all can challenge me, let me know. Maybe you know the family, maybe the family is seeing this and they know more about it and they can maybe explain what really happened. I don't know. I'm not trying to debunk it. I'm just stating what I'm seeing here. But they all were cleared of any charges. That's a freaky situation, because it's like, it all started with a sore throat. The next thing you know, he's biting his dad, talking about he's gonna cut off his penis, and some more stuff. It's like, whoa. Like, then he said it was a snake inside of his body. It's like, yeah, this definitely sounds like cult. Well, I don't want to say cult, but it sounds definitely like a possession. When you say something like, there's a snake in your body, I imagine he probably felt it moving. He probably felt like a burning sensation. I don't know. This story is one of those stories that is a scary situation, of course, for the family. I'm sure it was very scary. And for people who may have known the family and people around the family, I'm pretty sure it was scary. But it's also a very confusing situation because there's so many moving parts here. And at the end, they all went free, and hey, that's that. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it inside the comments, y'all.
Hey, who made that thing?